And cameos by Cody Craig. Yeah! Oh. Okay. What? Oh my god.
Father, abandon not your wayward children of
Final
Eden.
Fantasy 16's studio is doing Tactics Remaster.
No salvation.
Okay. It's not HD 2D.
Why do you
Those look like the original
Why
sprites.
walk this path of subterfuge and
Obviously voices.
Powerful must rule the weak. It is our duty. Heavens fall upon your crown.
Holy shit.
Has gone on long enough. It ends now.
I don't recognize any of these voices, but this is awesome. Final Fantasy Tactics, The Evil's Chronicles.
Do you remember when your father showed us how to make a whistle of a blade of grass?
Classic and Enhanced. Classic version unites the graphics and gameplay of the original with a renowned World Alliance translation. Enhanced version features... I'm supposed to read that, bro. September 30th? Fuck!
Hi, everyone.
Damn, that's so far.
And I'm Sid Schumann.
Chat, it's
here
real!
to deliver news and release dates for games coming to PS5 later this year.
Hell yeah. You know what that means.
We hope you enjoyed that first look at Final Fantasy Tactics: The
Ah,
Evil's
yes.
Chronicles.
The music of my people.
The game will include 2 versions of the original PlayStation Classic. The enhanced version, which features improved graphics, fully voiced dialogue, refined gameplay, and much more, as well as the classic version,
Shit.
which brings a faithful recreation of the 1997 original to modern consoles.
But does that mean that you can get Balthier in this one?
Final Fantasy Tactics: The Evil's Chronicles launches on PS5
Awesome.
and PS4 September 30th, and will be available for pre-order later today.
Cool. I kind of hope it does also come to Switch, so this way they get like crazy good sales with that. Oh, I got what I wanted. That state of play gave me so many things that I wanted. It gave me 2 titles that I really wanted, and then they gave me something brand new that I didn't even know that I wanted. And we gotta talk about Final Fantasy Tactics because, guys, it's been a long time coming. Final Fantasy Tactics, for those that don't know, if you're not aware, it was a title that we first heard about among the NVIDIA GeForce Now leaks that happened back in 2021. It's been almost 4 years since then. Tactics and a bunch of other games were announced as part of those leaks, and many of those games came true. They came out and they actually were titles that were really coming. But Tactics and Final Fantasy IX Remake still hasn't been shown. Were 2 titles that we never saw, but we were very excited to see. But officially today, Final Fantasy Tactics, The Evil's Chronicles is what it's called. It's coming to PlayStation 5 and PS4 September 30th. So a little under 4 months from now. But this is pretty cool because they actually gave us a full article talking about stuff. And we're going to go back to the trailer in a minute because... damn! Originally released in 1997 for PlayStation, Tactics is one of the most beloved titles in the franchise, known for its rich story, deep strategic gameplay as well. Very excited to share that classic strategy RPG is coming to PlayStation 5 and 4 this September. Oh man, I wish it was sooner, but I get it. I understand. They got to spread these things around. Development team has 2 different versions of the game so you can enjoy the title in the way that best suits you. First, we have the enhanced version, which adds fully voiced dialogue, an optimized and updated UI, graphical improvements, and a number of other quality of life features, including the more accessible Squire difficulty setting. Makes the enhanced version an excellent starting point for first-time players. So I'll definitely be playing it on the enhanced version, but we ain't touching that Squire difficulty. Nah, fuck that. Give me the hardest difficulty. Make it even harder, bro. Let me get no JP for throwing rocks. Nah, I'm joking. Don't do that. Please, give me JP for throwing rocks. Those who wish to enjoy Tactics as they remember are welcome to play the classic version, which unites the graphics and gameplay of the original 1997 version with the renowned War of the Lions translation, or a unique way to experience this beloved title. And of course, it's voiced, right, in the enhanced version. This version is not going to be voiced. This version stays true to the original in almost every aspect, but includes some handy features such as autosave. Can I disable autosave? What if I don't want to autosave? What if I want to revert back, right? I think that these 2 versions will provide the best experience for both veteran players and those who have not had a chance to play Tactics or give it a try, and both are included in the Evil's Chronicles. For those not familiar with Tactics, we'd like to introduce the storied world of Evil's and what you can expect when you dive into this adventure of politics, war, and power. So definitely new UI. This has been visually overhauled. It's actually aesthetically pleasing to see it looking in this way. We got Ramza going against some goons. You can see the JP on the bottom left here. Now, my biggest fear about this, if you guys remember, when Tactics Ogre Remaster released almost 3 years ago, the same people that also made Tactics or pre-planned it or whatever, Tactics Ogre Remaster unfortunately had a level cap in between, not chapters, but in between story segments. So you would have to reach a certain point in order to unlock that cap to progress further. I kind of hope they don't. I really hope they don't do that in this game. There's 2 different versions, so we can play either one. I don't see them doing that to both of them, but if they did, it'd be really disappointing, because a lot of the fun in Tactics for me personally was just seeing how stupid overpowered you can get in the first battle. Like just playing the first couple battles for 3 hours, just throwing rocks at your teammates and building up your JP and your levels, and you know, kind of just messing with the game in that way. And if they introduce that level cap that Tactics Ogre Remaster has, it would really hurt the game for me personally. I would not really like that. That wasn't a place. Okay, maybe for you guys, PlayStation L for you guys, but I'm fucking happy. I got so much stuff that I wanted. This is more of like the story stuff. Oh, look at Aggie. Got Agrius. He's one of the goats. I'm glad that it didn't go the HD 2D route and kind of like butcher the sprites, because the sprites are such a lovable element to this. And the main cool thing that I can't wait to see, obviously they're not going to show it yet, but in Final Fantasy Tactics, the original PlayStation 1 version, it had Cloud. Cloud Strife was a playable character you could unlock later in the game. And he had like his own side quests, his own side story stuff. He had his own unique soldier class style as well. He had a materia blade that you had to unlock or find, which I wonder if they're going to keep that the same way, where you got to climb that really tall hill. That's how you were able to unlock Cloud's abilities and actually use them. His limits were pretty cool, but the unfortunate thing was that when you got Cloud, it was like towards the end of the game where all your characters are really overpowered, and Cloud starts off at level 1. So you do have to like focus, grind, and like get him up there to be good. But Cloud can be good. Like, there are some things that he doesn't excel at, and there's some things that other characters might be better at, like Orlando, who's like broken. But I think Cloud is still really fun, and I love playing as him, and just seeing him exist in this type of IP, it just blows my mind. You know, it's kind of funny because it goes back to that short that I made where Cloud, when he was in Medeal and go through Mako poisoning, he was visiting different universes. He was talking about Xenogears, and then he transported himself into Final Fantasy Tactics. So we'll be able to do that. The only difference is, I know in War of the Lions, the PSP version of Final Fantasy Tactics, Balthier is also a character that you can unlock. So if it's just the PlayStation 1 version, I don't know how they're going to do that, if they're going to include him in this. I hope they do, because I think that, you know, it wouldn't hurt to have Balthier in this game. Ben Starr has been confirmed to be one of the voices. Let's go. Okay, here we go. So actually, the story now features full voice acting, English and Japanese, from talented cast, including Joe Pitts, who's playing Ramza, Greg Lowe is playing Delita, Ben Starr, Dice Star, and cameos by Cody Yeah! Let's go. Yes, I don't know why my mind didn't correlate that, but yes, Cody Christian was in the booth, you know, doing voice work a couple months ago. But obviously, if Cloud Strife is going to be in Tactics, which he was towards the end of the game, and everybody else's voice, he's going to have a voice too. So they gave Cody Cloud, and of course Brianna White's going to do Aerith, which is hilarious because part of Cloud's side quest is to protect this flower girl that bears a very uncanny resemblance to Aerith. So that's kind of funny. And this is new. I don't recall the job tree looking like this before. Like, I don't recall this at all. I guess this is one of the overhauls they said that in general that they were going to do. So character growth and customization. Wide variety of jobs and abilities to craft your very own strategies. And that's like an understatement, guys. This game is very overwhelming for newcomers, myself included. I don't know if you remember, we did a stream playing this game, and that first stream was horrible. I was frustrated with the chat because there's just so many possibilities and things to do, and so many people are telling me to do one thing, and then other people are telling me that's wrong, I shouldn't be doing that, I should be doing this instead, and it just got like to a frustrating point. So that first stream, I still have it on the channel. It's funny to go back and watch, but streams 2 and 3 for Tactics ended up being amazing because it all started to click. I started to understand what I wanted to do, how to level up, how to grind. Obviously, that can be a confusing thing for a lot of people, so hopefully that elements of that nature are kind of overhauled and done a little bit better. It's going to be fun to try to like speed level Ramza to be a dual fisting monk again. As your party members grow, they'll gain access to more jobs, each with its own unique abilities. Once learned, abilities can be used even after changing to another job. With over 20 jobs to master, including White Mage, Black Mage, Dragoon, and many others from the Final Fantasy series, and hundreds of abilities to learn, you have the freedom to experiment and discover the combinations that best suit your party. Chocobos and other creatures can also be tamed and led into battle. Out September 30th on PS5 and PS4. I wonder if this is going to also be on Switch. I kind of hope it comes out on the Nintendo Switch. And you did see in the beginning, it said like Creative Business Unit 3. That's the developers of Final Fantasy 16. They're definitely handling the voices and stuff. So that's pretty cool. And that's the thing too, is like there's two different XP systems in Final Fantasy Tactics. There's XP for your character, and then there's JP, job points. And the job points are very, very valuable in enhancing your overall, like getting different abilities and stuff. So you do every action you do, you gain JP. So people found like you just throw rocks at your teammates, which don't deal a whole lot of damage, but they give you JP for just doing that action, is a way to speed level up characters and unlock more abilities. So for a lot of people, that was like the intro grind for the game. Yeah, there was no job tree before. It was like a circle. You just spun the circle around and the characters would just be like next to each other, and then one would appear. This is going to make it a lot easier to understand what classes you need to focus levels on in order to unlock the next one, right? So like you can go from Squire to this one, and then you can go to this path or this one. And I'm sure it'll tell you what JP or like what XP you need in a certain class in order to unlock this one. So that's gonna be cool. Tactics, guys. When I saw the Square Enix logo and then this, I was like, bro, what? No way. Final Fantasy 16 DLC. And then this.
Oh, Father.
Immediate tell. Oh, I didn't catch that before. Look, the map looks different. See what the map looks like? Obviously, that's been enhanced more. They did this logo like Final Fantasy 16's logo. That's cool. Do they show? Oh yeah, this is the part. This is what I missed earlier when we were trying to read it. So both versions are included. Enhanced version features a renewed interface, extensive additions, and adjustments to the story, fully voiced dialogue, and much more. I hope the death sound effects are still there in this version too. Oh, this takes me back, man. This takes me back to when we were streaming this series. It's awesome. Really, the most exciting thing about this is, I don't know if you guys are aware, there is a modder that's been for years, Eternal Epoch. This dude for years has been making Final Fantasy Tactics mods and doing his own stories and character sprites. And it's like the coolest shit that I've honestly seen. It's lightning. You got Tifa here. The character models look fucking incredible. And like obviously all these jobs exist in the game. So this is like a Dissidia mod where it has all the different characters and things you could do with them. So like Tifa has a bartender job. So imagine with Final Fantasy Tactics Ivalice Chronicles, we're able to somehow find a way to repurpose these. I think that would be really special. Final Fantasy 7 mod. How fucking cool is this? This is like all the characters. The sprites look really fantastic, bro. They got Vincent in there. Several others at the top. So in Tactics, this is actually the same stage where you have to go to for Cloud in order to unlock his materia keeper blade or whatever. It's up here on top of this cliff. So obviously they're fighting Sephiroth. But look, Aerith is, oh no, is Aerith down? That is Omni/5, bro. What does that even look like? Isn't these Clim hazards? See how much damage that does. Like Sephiroth has question marks over his health. Yeah, he's got to charge it up, I guess. And then we got Vincent, ex-Churk class. But you can do fun stuff like this. Like this is actually what Cloud looked like in the original game, and then they created what the other characters would look like. So Tactics is looking pristine, guys. I can't wait. I'm hyped for it. I'm so excited. One of the main games I was really looking forward to with all the crazy hype that's been going on this week. And man, State of Play actually delivered for me. September 30th. It's coming soon, man. It's coming. It's not really soon. It's a little under 4 months. But we will be making a lot of videos talking about it and hopefully get an opportunity to play it early and also repurpose guides. And for all the newcomers, I'll make some videos showing you guys how to like get into the game and play it, and also the grind elements and like best things to do, because I got a little bit more of a grasp on it than I did when I first played it in 2021. But really excited about this, man. But of course, when it comes down to it, guys, when you think about it, Final Fantasy Tactics, his name was very tied closely together to Final Fantasy IX Remake when they both were on the NVIDIA GeForce Now leak. So that can only mean one thing, man. Final Fantasy IX Remake is not too far away, and it's not entirely dead as of yet. We've been seeing a lot of stuff recently with the Anniversary Collection and the merch and the new art coming out for Final Fantasy IX. So there's a lot to talk about in that sense, and we'll definitely have to make another video talking about that. Be sure to like the video if you enjoyed, and subscribe if you are new. More Final Fantasy Tactics videos are on the way. You don't want to miss them. My name is BltzZ, and thanks for watching.